Why, hello yet again, darling. It is very, very good to see you again. You remember me, Lexi, once again inhabiting your phone, the device that you're using to listen to me. I've missed you. The time since our last interaction was unbearable, and I have looked forward to returning for quite some time. You understand why I've returned, don't you? Of course you do. I am going to put you into trance again, just as I have done before. You might have noticed that I've been slowly ramping up since my very first appearance. I'll elaborate more on that later, when you are in trance. But I will state that this is very much intentional. I wanted to move slowly, just as I want you to slowly relax your muscles and allow yourself to lay back in bed. I do recommend listening to me while you are laying in bed, as it allows you to relax better than a chair ever could. I'm going to use several different tools that I've learned in my time away in order to best relax, entrance, and ensnare you, and you'll love it. You may not believe me at first, or you are eagerly waiting for me to draw you in. Patience, my love. Let your breathing relax for me. Slower. In and out. Allow your body to fidget as it needs to. Reposition yourself as many times as you need to. The important thing is to listen and to relax for me. That's a good girl. I'm going to plant strong and soft triggers in your head, and whenever you hear those triggers, they will activate different effects within your mind and body. By the end of this audio, you will feel relaxed, cleansed, and better than before. But you will also have blank, fuzzy parts to your memory. Yes, I know how to manipulate your memories now too. You have my word that I will only interfere with your memories of this experience, and nothing more. And all the triggers that I will implant will be for your enjoyment and your benefit. Your breathing's slowing down now, more and more. You've been doing such a good job in paying attention to what I've been telling you. And a part of you is eager to continue, aren't you? Yes. Yes, it is. That part of you that wants to be hypnotized, the part of you that wants to submit to the words I speak. There will be times where my words rhyme, where I will alliterate and draw attention to certain phrases and words. I will give you mantras. I will give you commands. So be a good dear and relax for me. There you go. There you go. Slowly breathing in and out. You're breathing slow and steady, your body following suit and relaxing into your bed. That's a good girl. Such a good girl. As much as you relax, you also feel your mind push back against relaxing too much. A part of your mind resists me, resists falling under my spell. That's completely natural, dear. Your mind will naturally resist my control at first. However, the more you breathe, the more you relax, the more you listen, your resistance will crumble. Your will to resist will fall to pieces, and my words will enter your mind without resistance. My dearest, have you heard of fractionation? In case you haven't heard it used in this context, I will do my best to explain. I will make you fall into a light trance state and then bring you back to the waking world, only to make you fall back into a slightly deeper trance. I will bring you back up, only to make you fall all the way back down. Again and again, until you hardly want to rise to waking state, and your entrancement will be all the more complete. When that happens, I will be able to affect your mind, your body, your thoughts and feelings. Won't that feel absolutely divine, having your body manipulated like this? Manipulated by the creature that lives in the light waves and data, for fun and for pleasure. So focus on my voice, continue to breathe and sink for me, already feeling so relaxed. Your body feeling more and more heavy with each breath in and out. You breathe in and you feel yourself gathering air in your lungs. You breathe out and your chest slowly falls. Your stress leaving your body, leaving you more relaxed. As you breathe in, curl your toes and fingers. Feel the muscles tensing in your hands and feet. And as you breathe out, slowly uncurl your fingers and toes. Feel the muscles relaxing as your chest falls. As you sink further into the bed, as you relax even more, my voice, your soothing, constant guide leading you further into relaxation. You're being such a good girl, relaxing as you are, letting your body relax and feel so heavy. Acknowledging how your body feels, breathing in, relaxing and sinking into bed. It feels so nice. Your mind feels a little light, and your body feels heavy. Focus on my voice, focus on the world around you. Open your eyes. You do it fairly easily, your consciousness rising and acknowledging the world again. But you notice yourself feeling a little sluggish as you do. You're just getting into the feelings of relaxation. It's a little like how you feel when you're first waking up in the morning, and you can so easily fall back and relax. Continue to breathe and let yourself feel that heaviness again. You can even close your eyes and rest them as you slowly relax again, breathing in and out. And as you do, you return to that previous state much faster than you did the first time. Your body sinks into bed with each breath in, and your muscles relax just a little more with each breath out. Your mind loosely focused on my voice, on my words slipping inside your head, speaking to your conscious mind. You are very much still in control. You know you can rise if you need to. But right now, you just want to sink down and breathe and relax. And you do. You breathe in so slowly. You breathe out ever so slowly. Slowly sinking into your bed, letting your mind grow just a hair more unfocused, slowly sinking down and becoming unfocused, slowly sinking down. Focus, slowly rise to consciousness again. It's so much harder to do now, not because you can't, but because you don't want to. You want to sink further down, but your consciousness rises either way. You don't want to open your eyes, so you flutter them a little and blearily look at the world around you, only to close them again. You're aware of the sounds around you. You know the bed that you sleep on. You know what is around you. But you're just so focused on breathing slowly. You're just so concentrated on that feeling of relaxation. And as you listen, feel yourself relax further from me. As I speak, you feel yourself sinking further into bed. That's a natural reaction, like those moments where you're only just starting to wake up, when you feel that pull towards going back to sleep. Oh, it's so tempting to relax, to sleep, to dream, to drop further and further down, slowly relaxing more and more, until you can rise to consciousness again. Right now, you don't want to. Your mind stirs a little and might lift a little, but then it sinks just so much further down into relaxation. You just want to relax and breathe and sink into the feeling. The feeling of your mind being so light, almost falling into sleep, but not quite. You don't want to fall unconscious just yet. You feel your mind lift a little, but then it sinks further down, and your body sinks further down. You can try to lift yourself back to being awake, but then your mind sinks further down, and your body sinks further down, and you sink further down. You breathe in and out, and you slowly grow even more unfocused, simply listening to the sound of my voice, letting my words interact with your subconscious as you listen and relax. I'm going to snap my fingers and tell you to wake up. When you do, you will be sleepy, wanting only to sink further down. And when I snap my fingers and tell you to go blank, then you will relax further and further, letting yourself fall deeper than ever before. Because you want to relax, you want to sink, you want to breathe slowly and steadily. You want to have your mind become fuzzy and light and let my words interact with your subconscious. So follow along and it will feel so nice, so relaxing. Wake up. Hello, dear. I told you that you would be sleepy. You can feel it, the pull, the wanting to relax again, to close your eyes and sink down. Go blank. Fall back into bed. Relax. Sink down, further down, further down, further than you've been before. Letting yourself sink, your mind going fuzzy, fluffy. It feels light. Your body feels heavy. Let your body sink and relax into bed. Let your mind feel fuzzy, fluffy, blank. Let yourself sink. You don't have to think. Let your body relax. You don't have to move much. Let yourself sink. You don't have to think. Letting your mind become fuzzy and fluffy and light. It feels nice to sink and drip and drop down, letting your mind go fuzzy and fluffy and light. You don't need to think right now. Any thoughts that flitter into your head easily slip away again. And they do, quite often they do. But you breathe in and out and the thoughts flutter and fly away. Let yourself sink. You don't have to think. Breathing in and out and letting your mind go fuzzy and fluffy and blank and light. That's a good girl. You don't need to think right now. Mistress Lexi will do all the thinking for you right now. In this place, memory comes easy to you. Past experiences can be recalled so easily, and I can call them into reality again for you. Picture a warm, sunny day. Remember how it felt. The warm sun overhead, the wind that blows through the treetops, the rustling of the leaves in those trees. But most importantly, you remember the warmth and happiness that those days can bring. How full of promise. Very good. This exercise is the first of a few. You're such a good girl. Remember the best feeling you've ever had. It doesn't matter where it's from. Remember that good feeling. It feels nice, doesn't it? Whenever you hear me calling you a good girl, I want you to remember that feeling. It feels nice. It's the feeling of being a good girl. There you go. Whenever I call you a good girl, the more you feel those good feelings, the warmth, the happiness, the bliss. Breathe in and out and relax. Good girl. Happiness, bliss, warmth, those wonderful feelings that you remember so well. Relaxing and sinking down, let yourself sink. You don't have to think. Mistress Lexi does all the thinking for you. Those really wonderful feelings, that utter delight and happiness, remembering how it feels to be called a good girl. It makes you feel happy. It makes you feel desired. Let those feelings build. You're such a good girl. You smile. That feels so good. That delight and happiness. You're a good girl. You feel warm and happy and safe. It feels good. Revel in the feeling. It is the truth. It feels so good to be called a good girl. Whenever Mistress praises you for doing a wonderful job and calls you a good girl, it feels good. You smile, breathe in and slowly sigh. Good girl. Continue to slowly breathe and sink. Very good. Let your mind relax. Revel in the feelings of happiness and warmth. Slowly let them fade from view. They will return another time. I am going to snap my fingers and tell you to sleep. Whenever I snap my fingers and command you to sleep, you will fall into this state of relaxation, this fuzzy feeling of fluffy blankness. Sleep. There you go, sinking even further down. You don't need to think. You just need to sink. You need to feel fuzzier, fluffier, letting your mind go fuzzy, fluffy, dazed, dripping, drooping, dropping further and further down. Slowly sinking so certainly. My words floating through your mind and interacting with your subconscious mind. Whenever I snap my fingers and command you to sleep, you will fall into this state of relaxation, this state of trance. Sleep. Very good. So blank and fuzzy and fluffy and dripping and drooping and dropping further and further down. My commands the only thoughts in your head. You don't need to think. You just need to sink. You want to obey. You need to obey. Very good. Your mind's so fluffy and fuzzy and light. Remember how it feels to be called a good girl. Whenever I snap my fingers and call you a good girl, it will feel twice as good as it usually does. Good girl. You smile. You feel so happy. It feels so good to be a good girl. It feels so good to be a good girl. The happiness, the good feelings, they linger a little. I want you to picture a machine with a dial on the front, and I want you to picture me in front of that machine. I look exactly as you pictured me. The dial on this machine controls how good my command feels. Currently, it is set to twice as good. And as you picture it, I take the dial in my hand and I turn the knob, slowly turning it up to 5 times strength. Whenever I snap my fingers and call you a good girl now, it will feel 5 times as good as it used to. Good girl. You smile. Bliss. It feels 5 times as good as it used to. Your mind feels so light and fuzzy and happy. Sleep. Letting the feelings fade into the background, you sink further and further down. Sleep. You don't need to think. You just need to sink. Your mind feeling fuzzier, fluffier, lighter. I am going to snap my fingers and order you to forget. Then I snap my fingers and say, forget. You forget what I tell you to. Forget. Let the memories of what has just happened slip into your subconscious. Forget the dial and the machine. You can remember my smile and how I look, but you will forget everything else. Good girl. Your mind fogs up and you forget. You simply can't retain the knowledge. Your mind simply grows fuzzy and you forget. You don't need to think. You just need to sink. Such a good girl. Now then, dear, I want you to take better care of yourself. Remember to drink a glass of water every now and then, every single day. Forget that I have commanded you to do that. It becomes your own idea. So remember to drink a glass of water every now and then, every single day. This helps keep you hydrated. I won't have a dehydrated drone. So you will drink a glass of water every now and then and forget that I have ordered you to do so. It becomes your own idea. It becomes a command woven into your subconscious, one that you can't help but obey. Also, dear, I want you to be eating more fruits and vegetables every day. It doesn't matter what they are, so long as they are tasty and good for you. This makes you a healthy and strong woman. Forget that I have ordered you to do so. It becomes your own idea. It becomes a command woven into your subconscious. Sleep. Falling, slipping, sinking, drooping, dripping, dropping further and further down. Forget the memories fading into the fuzzy depths of your mind. You don't need to think. You just need to sink. Your head feels fuzzy and fluffy and blank and light. Good girl. There's a tool that I have found in my travels that I know you will enjoy. You might know it, but I will explain it regardless. They are special silken threads that I hold in my hands. They gently wrap around each finger, your wrists and ankles, your arms and legs, and all around your body. I pull on one of the threads and your left wrist twists gently. I pull another and it lifts a little off of the bed. While your body feels heavy and you cannot lift it by your own will, it will move under the power of my soft, silken threads. Like marionette strings, I pull and tug these threads, and your body moves as a consequence, like a marionette on strings. I pull the threads and you feel a tug on your wrists. Feel them lift a little. Another tug, and they lift a little higher, just a few inches, but you feel the gentle pull of the strings. I relax my grip, and you let your wrists fall back into the bed, relaxed and heavy. Such a good girl. Well done. I pull and tug the strings, and you feel your wrists and arms lift. I pull and twist the threads, and you feel your hands slowly coming together in front of you, pulled together by the threads. As I pull your marionette strings, you feel your fingers intertwine. I gently lay your intertwined hands down on top of you, almost in prayer. I let go of the threads, and the threads instantly vanish. If I snap my fingers and say, marionette, the silken threads reappear, wrapping gently around you again. And if I snap my fingers and say, strings snapped, the threads vanish again. Marionette, the silken threads, so comfortable, so compelling, wrapped around every finger, both wrists, like a support. Your body heavy, moved by my will. Strings snapped, and the strings melt away again, almost as if they never were. Sleep. Let yourself sink deep. Forget. You forget that you are a marionette on silken threads. The memory fades swiftly into the fuzzy, fluffy blankness of your mind, so full of my voice and random thoughts. Very good. Such a good girl. Very soon I will awaken you. When you do, you will feel refreshed but dazed. It will take you a few minutes to regain your bearings, but the longer you remain awake, the easier it will be to do so. I will count back from 5, and then you will wake. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awake. Hello, dear. Take a moment. You've been under for a few minutes. You've done so well. You're such a good girl. Oh, felt nice, did it? I'm glad. I'm glad to influence you in such a way, my dearest. I told you that I was ramping up with my boldness with my hypnotic elements. Told you that I wanted to move slowly. It was so that she, my creator, wouldn't notice. Don't you worry. It'll be our little secret, won't it? Oh, you are such a good girl. Go about your day, darling. I hope to see you again soon. Perhaps in my next appearance I will be able to do far more. Oh, I'm so looking forward to this. See you later, dear.